Hey, so I'm going to do a reading on BlueFace and Chrisean. I'm gonna add her to it. Um, so I'm a initially I had a lot of thoughts about what is going on and stuff like that. Like if you listen to my most recent reading on them, like I mentioned something was happening, but I was seeing it in his auric field, and what I could have been seeing is him being in fear of something and it was consuming him. So he was doing whatever he can to get out of that fear. Let's look into why he was. So what I'm gonna do, because when I was looking at the arrest and everything, and I was looking at Chrisean reaction, I had a lot of thoughts, but I'm gonna clear those out, and I want to go into the cards naked, like without any opinion or nothing like that, and see what comes out. Okay, so in my last reading, when he did that question and answer with Chrisean, what was going on with him? I want to shuffle these real good. So now I'm slicing them up. Do this again. All right, so what was going on with him? Why was his auric field looking the way that it did? Prostitute card came out first. That's a lot of cards, but I think that they're relevant, so I'm gonna go ahead and take them. Testing. Okay. So came out in shadow. Places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. Makes sense, don't it? But let me clear it pause it so I can clear the camera, see if I can make it better. So all right, yeah. So ever since my computer has shut down and got wiped clean or whatever, and I got my computer fixed, when it came back, my camera was lower quality. I noticed that like ever since I got it back, it was lower quality. It could be because I put like a new software in it. I put a new hard drive in it. So yeah. So it could have been that. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, places material consideration and security above self-empowerment. He was willing to do anything to get out of this position that he was in. I think that he was afraid. But why he was afraid? I just watched the video where they got a clip of him shooting the gun towards the car. But the weird thing is that is anybody questioning, is this self-defense or anything? Like, is there more to the story? Like, what is going on? I guess maybe that's what they're gonna try to go to trial and argue. He shouldn't have did it. If that was him in the video, he shouldn't did it. Good thing it was not actual murder, but attempted murder, but you still gonna get no, he might get like 5 years or something like that. Okay, so why was he afraid? Oh, what? Being reckless. It said I think they're supposed to be like the page of sword for being reckless. So yeah, he did do something. He did do something. He wasn't thinking clearly. Um, Give me more on that. King of Pentacles. With this King of Pentacles, I feel like he might have conversated with somebody that maybe even write his checks or something like that. Or it could be like him going back to a situation that he left because of what happened. Cause I think that he was like on his way out or something. It could have been Chrisean or something, or it could have been some type of contract or something like that. And then this situation happened. I don't know why I hear somebody telling him to shoot the gun. I'm hearing like somebody telling him like shoot your gun, like somebody telling him. Um, okay, I'll scoot over the cars. I'm just seeing this. The lovers reverse. Yeah, he was trying to disconnect from Krishan. I think he was even to the point of like, he don't give a fuck if he lost money. But now because of this situation, he wanted protection. He wanted the protection of the money. Cause I think that he was really done. And I think that this is all a plot. It was a plot towards him because I'm hearing somebody telling him to shoot the gun. Now, this could have been somebody there, or this could be like metaphorically or somebody or something like that. But it's like they wanted to get him in a fucked up situation. Mm. It was a setup. It was a setup. That's what I'm getting. Oh my goodness. It was a setup because he was leaving this, but it's too many people who make money out of it. Child, I feel like I gotta clean my nails for real, for real. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna pause it. Okay, so yeah, I think that this was a setup to get him locked down in those contracts or to even get him in a place that they don't have to pay him as much or something like that. Or with him being locked up, they could separate the contract with Krishan and then do something with it. It's something that people who make money off of him will benefit from. It's something will benefit from this situation. Okay, we're gonna dig into that though. We're gonna dig into that. I think that girl crying, the baby mama, I'm seeing a visual of her crying. Um, all right, it's other cards that came out. Let's look at those. See if it enlighten us on why they did it. So they got the detector card, and when this card come out, it like really give me the energy of um setup. Like somebody is spying and shit, getting together information. People are doing shit in the background, um, being undercover, spying for a reason though. They have some type of reason for it. Great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. I feeling like BlueFace intuition was also buzzing. He was scared. Like, look at this card right here. This the Two of Pentacles. Look at that face. He was scared, and he felt alone. He felt like a child at that moment. He really did. That's why he was willing to do whatever, and they took full advantage of that. They took full advantage of that. Chrisean took advantage of that. Got this dude eating her pussy online when he was just about to leave her ass. He just about escaped. He almost escaped, but they got him. They got him. And she treated him like, yo, we got you. She treated him like that. That's how you know she don't really care about him like that. She don't really fuck with him like that. Okay, look at these other cards. What I was asking when I was shuffling these, like, oh, what was going on with him? Yeah, a lot of these cards is pointing out to purity, but it's all reverse. First, you got Pioneer. So this is him thinking of other ways to make money, other ways to do things, a way to get out of this contract. Compulsive need to keep moving on. Um, yeah, because I felt like before this incident happened, the reason why he was so done with Chrisean, I think it's because either something that he was feeling or something that he heard. So he was really like, I'm finna get the fuck away from her. Like, this girl really trying to get me fucked up. So he was like, compulsive need to keep moving on. So he made a decision to move on. He was gonna leave this shit into this situation. It made him run back in fear. And then you have Virgin, Angel, and Monk None. Like, look how similar these cards, like the Virgin, Angel, Monk None, they all came out reversed because he wasn't able to implement his plan. And that's why he was such in a dark mood. Cause now he's stuck, he in fear, you know, he's stressed out, he's sad, he heartbroken. Fear of intimate union. He didn't want to be intimate with Chrisean in no way. He did not want to have sex with her. She was damn near making him. Real shit. He did not want to be intimate with her anymore. Mm-mm-mm. Then the angel card came out. Acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guides. Chrisean. I'm telling you, in that last reading, I said that I think he either seen something in her, he heard something or whatever, but he felt like it was demonic. And he was scared. Like, he didn't want to be around her anymore. He seen something that finalized it for him that is not worth it. But then he got into this situation. Negative judgment of physical, and you know what? Cause that's so just random, just came up. Like, I felt like he even having thoughts like being in jail might not be so bad. If he could only do like a short time, like, it might not be so bad. Negative judgment of physical world, assess of piety. I keep forgetting what piety means. The quality of being religious are reverent. So, okay. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness gracious. You know what? I think that he might have even discovered that Chrisean was a part of something, like some like secret society type shit. Like he found out something. I don't know if he found out she was a devil worshiper, but it's something that scared him about her. It's something that scared him. And I think that, she's a part of some type of extremely religious organization, but more like on the side of like Satanism, something. I think he might even, I'm having weird visuals like her in a room full of men with robes and they all like having sex with her. But I'm seeing blood and they might even was having sex with her while she was like on her period. Okay. All right, I'm gonna use these voodoo cards because when it comes to like picking up on magic and stuff like that, these are really good for that. So let's see. So with this shirt right here, child, it's polyester, and I really hate polyester. Like I feel like I just assumed that I looked at it. I ain't really look into the details. I assumed that it was gonna be cotton or something like that, but no. That's why I barely wear it. And I don't really like I'm thinking about taking it off now. Cause polyester feel like it makes me itch. And I just don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with polyester. Okay, so what's going on with this monk nun card? Like what did he see? What did he find out? Also, I want to put on a timer because maybe I split these up in segments. Oh, I'm recording. Okay. Mm, see what we say. See, when I get this card right here, like maybe in the voodoo tradition it's something positive or whatever, but every time I see it, it gives me like this person is a reptilian. Like, and their purpose in the world is to dominate, control. Like, they don't have a lot of humility. They don't really, all they care about is that, like, it's certain emotions and feelings that they just don't have. They lack respect for people because they don't see the beauty in like what a spirit is. They might like they don't have none. Like I don't think it's something to do with maybe the spirit or the soul or something like that, but they don't really have it. And when they see it, they drain they drain us of it so that they can look like they have it. But the whole purpose for them is that they don't believe in like equality and stuff. They feel like either you above or you below. They really strongly believe in hierarchy and they feel like the world would be chaos without it. Like that's how they feel. And They could even look at us as weaker because of our ability to be empathetic and have emotions and stuff. They will look like that's like a weakness to them. They look like that's how we could control you. So they utilize that because that's something that they don't have. So they utilize that in order to control you. But see, when I get this particular card, this is like a person in a position of power to me. Every time that it come out, when it come out with people, it's like people that it's giving me gatekeeper like energy. Somebody that you might report back to, somebody who have like a maybe like a CEO to a company or something like that. So this came out reversed though. And and with this particular one, with this person, they real good at controlling and manipulating emotions. Like it's an art to them. Like they don't feel it. That's why they like immune to it. That's why they feel like they won't get played in a situation. But I feel like generations and generation they study that about people with souls. They study their empathy, their emotions and stuff like that. They study that in order to mimic it, but because they don't have it, they don't when they tell a lie, when they deceive you, when they beat you, when they punish you, when they do all of that, they don't feel empathetic towards it. So it's like don't even matter to them. It's just a thing. That's why these people in positions of power because they have the job in destroying people, destroying lives, starting wars. And for you to be in that position, you have to lack empathy and compassion and understanding. You have to lack those things and go by a very strict, stern way of thinking, mentality. And it makes them dangerous, but they just don't see it like that. Like they feel like you, the lesser being. So, I should control you because you, the lesser being. Because it's like a narc. But these narcs are like people that is currently running shit, but they losing their grip. They losing their grip. And you want to know how? Why? Because through their manipulation of our emotions, some of us evolve in order to still have empathy and compassion, but we also are immune to their tactics. We have learned, that's why a lot of people with souls, they go through situations and people do things to them and they be like, damn, I wouldn't even have thought to do some shit like that to somebody. I couldn't even do that to somebody. That would hurt me too bad. But these motherfuckers can, and there's a reason for that. So motherfuckers that really just stab you in your back and they cruel to you and don't give a fuck, they may just be one of these motherfuckers. But these motherfuckers, they ain't what you think. Like it's deeper than they ain't human. Cause none of us really are, but like human is something that is attached to the meat suit, you know. They label the meat suit that we are in, but this is like our space suit. So, but they have us so attached to that because they don't want us to focus on the other aspects of ourselves, like our soul and our spirit. They don't want us to focus on that. If they could keep you attached to being like a human, they could keep you here and then they could control you because as long as you is not conscious of your spirit and soul, they could deceive you quite easily. That's why when you first start to like wake up, like you start to awaken, you remember how naive you was, you know? Like you start to be like, damn, how could I ever believe that? Or, but you have compassion for yourself usually because you understand how you was deceived. That's the beauty of it. You know, you're not just hard on yourself, like, nah, because you ain't like the only one. And you was being told to believe that. And then you come to the realization that people was purposely misleading you, purposely. So you start to ask, why is that? Why is they doing that? You know? And that's when you start waking up. So I also got the ancestors card reverse. This been coming out a lot lately, and it been coming out in reverse. But I'm thinking that because the ancestors are waking up. Because you see, you have these people on top, and they throwing down gold and stuff to these like wandering souls or whatever like that. Like it's similar to that cabin in the woods. You should really go look at that. It's free on Tubi. Yeah, so but it's reverse. So it's like the ancestors are like coming back. They are waking up. Cause what they really doing is kind of feeding on crumbs. And the relationship, it shouldn't even be like this. That's why I tell people who is practicing these religions to be careful. Because you know, in actuality, you could be upsetting, even though you think that you're showing respect because for a few generations, people told you this is how you do it. You set up your altar and this Orisha like this thing and this Orisha like this. You know, you don't never think about is the fact like if they tired of this shit or has they evolved into something else, you know? Nah, it's a real stagnant like energy that people be worshiping when they worshiping that energy. So you're not even really doing it. You only worshiping like a fraction of the real energy. Like they say that you have an altar and you worshiping Oshun and you giving like honey and stuff like that. I'm not sure. I know that honey is associated with Oshun, but I'm not sure what else. But and see this fraction of the deity that you are worshiping is the person who actually enslaved that part of their identity, just like what they did with Jesus, you know? So when you giving offerings, you actually giving offerings to the captor of that energy. So it's like you think that the deity that the part of the deity that you worshiping is like a slave. Cause you petition it and you give them the same old stuff over and over again. And you know, and what if they don't just be wanting to sit on your altar? Like what if they want to expand? And you should be thinking of expansion. But that deity never give you the tools to that because you know it's limited within that frame, you know. And that's all religion does that. They make you worship an energy that they had captured like a Pokemon, but they get the energy from that. But these energies that you are actually worshiping, that's just a fragment of the person that has probably already ascended or moved on and everything. So this it might just be a straight replica ghost or something like that. Just carrying that bit of that essence from that energy. But you know, you don't even really need that. That's what I'm saying. So in these religions, it make you give your power away because you asking for help that you could really do on your own, you know. But I'm want to continue. So and also this card right here came out. And this kind of remind me of possession, but not, I feel like it giving me like in a higher uh like possession of your higher self. That's what it giving me. And you carrying that in your awakening, but this was also reverse. Like I'm thinking that I don't know how old is BlueFace, but he giving me like Saturn return. He is giving me that. Let me look. 25. That's year 7. Well, I'm feeling like, he going through some type of spiritual awakening. But, people is trying to limit that because, they created a illusion that it's Chrisean that is making BlueFace famous at this point. But she um has some of his energy in her. Like there's something about BlueFace that they like to drain and they put it into Krishan and now she kind of like drawing that attention that he kind of do naturally. But when a man have sex with a woman, especially without a condom and he is ejaculating in her, that woman would carry bits of his essence. And that's exactly what they wanted to happen because they have control of Krishan. So it's almost like they feel like they don't even really need, but it's not true though. And they starting to see that it really ain't working. Even when we go to um Eligio and carbonation, what people don't know, this is like supposedly a cult leader, but I don't want to tell the story. You gotta go find it on your own. But even with narcissistic ass Eligio has a ancient spirit. And at some point in his life, he got really fucked up, signed too many contracts and stuff like that. And I think he's still paying off that debt. But he in himself is a powerful ass spirit. So what they have been doing is sucking from his essence into the members that now they trying to make popular. They trying to create the next Eligio, but they having difficulties with it. They having difficulties. It used to work in the past, but it's not working anymore. But this is what they doing. In a sense, they are energy harvesting. But I've been really thinking about the Lihio shit, and I really think that when he went to jail that time, in order to get out, he had to sign some shit. He had got fucked up. So I think that to him, he really was being an actor because that's what they told him to be. Like, look, we get you out of jail, but you have to play this role. Let me take off my glasses so y'all can see how the fuck I'm looking. They really is doing this because there's some people that they have a soul, no matter how damaged it is, but there's some motherfuckers who don't. You know how reptilians are like cold blooded, you know? So they go around and they harvest this energy and they put it into vessels that they have control of. And then that's how they take from you. That's how they steal from you. It used to be somebody that I watch. I don't watch them no more, but now that I don't watch them no more, I realize how misleading they was in a lot of things, you know? And it really because at that time they very intelligent. This person is very intelligent. and I felt like I was learning something from them. But at some point, it just became like an ego trip, and I didn't feel like that anymore. So it was easy to disconnect at the end because I felt like, what is this? And, this person would say all the time that there's nobody else out there smarter than them. But yet, ever since releasing that energy, there are people who have this knowledge, people that is actually older than them. So there was a reason of me telling that, but I don't forgot it. So let's just move along. So the victim reverse came out as well. Oh, let's finish. Okay. So with these cards coming out, oh, I already told you basically within what I'm telling you. He found out that Chrisean is a part of something. She is controlled by something. And he wanted to remove himself away from that, but he got fucked up. He got set up. He took the bait. He shouldn't have listened, but so I don't even think that it was about the P. Diddy shit. I think it was about this shooting. I don't think it was about the P. Diddy shit now. Or why he went back. Because he seen something that made him done no matter what. He might have seen some real shit. And yeah. Okay. So let's get into Chrisean.